Hey kids, Cast Strong Gaming here, no being around the bush. In this video, Path of Exile 2, we'll be going over my endgame Deadeye Ranger Ball Lightning build. Now the focus of this build is using a Lightning Arrow, Lightning Rod right from the beginning, go through all the way to the campaign, and use Magnetic Salvo as a damage. Freezing Salvo going into Magnetic Salvo will take mark for more shock and everything, and working your way to a proper setup of Cast on Shock and Ball Lightning. Now this build is perfect to get you through the entire, all the tier maps, from 1 all the way up to tier 5. I can clear tier 15s no problem. Even though you are a glass can, you want to keep your distance from enemies as much as possible because they will destroy you if you get too close, especially ground effects of poison damage, chaos damage, anything like that will destroy you. So just be aware. Now you have Cast on Shock, Ball Lightning, and some support gems, and I'll show this at the end of the video here to help you shoot out more projectiles and reduce the overall cost, reduce the energy cost as well, so you can have more of those. Now for mobbing enemies, it's decent, especially the high health rare mobs. You'll get more balls of lightning per those rare mobs. And the magic enemies, not so much. But basically, the higher, the tougher the enemy, the more you're going to be able to shock them and damage them, and therefore producing more of the ball lightnings. And you saw at the beginning with the bosses, they just shot out, and my mana just drained like crazy. And that's kind of the biggest problem, is that no matter how much intelligence you have, how much mana you have, the mana is a huge problem. So if you get mana on kill on your gear, that is highly sought after on your quiver, your bow. You get mana leech too, it's even better. I even have a support gem that gives me 5% mana damage as mana leech back, which has been very helpful. I had to sacrifice some damage to get that, but honestly I think it's for the most part worth it. Now the biggest thing that's expensive relatively, but I haven't checked the price in a while, is the Thief's Torment unique ring that you can get on the trade site. I don't know if it has a dedicated drop or not, or if it's just a random drop. It might be a boss drop for all I know. But it is, you get mana. The biggest selling point of that ring is you get mana on hit, not kill. You get a lot of mana back, and it helps sustain your mana. But the catch to the unique is you can only wear that ring. You can't use a secondary ring. So you're basically giving up any defenses, any rarity you have in both your rings. You're basically giving up 2 rings for just mana sustain. And you'll see at the end, I do not have this ring. I have not bought it. I thought about it 100 different times, but I just decided, you know what, I don't want it, I don't need it. I don't want to give up. You need defenses because you are a glass cannon build here. So I'm using Grim Feast too, just to give me some energy shield I can get my hands on, because most my defense is evasion. I have like 85 I think total with Wind Dancer, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a lot of evasion, and it has helped me out a ton. But against like poison and chaos, damage on the ground is, oh my god, it's a nightmare. It doesn't really help out all that much. I can still get melted really easily. So I got, let's see, Herald of Thunder is my main thing that helps out with clearing. Now you're probably wondering why I don't have Herald of Ice. I know Herald of Ice and Herald of Thunder combined with this sort of like inverted thing where you have the Thunder supports on the Herald of Ice and the Ice supports on Herald of Thunder, so they kind of just, they work off of each other really well. I haven't done that yet. I'm meaning to do that so I can get better clear speed, but this is just an example that you don't really need it. It's just added here, but I definitely would want to add it once I get enough spirit and get that ball running. But in the meantime, you could use Magnetic Salvo and oh my god, I can't remember, Voltaic Mark. Of course, I still use that to increase the shock even further on bosses and that. But Magnetic Salvo, through going through the campaign and everything, is a must-have until you get the ball lightning set up going, and then Magnetic Salvo, just, you don't need it anymore. Because ball lightning is just so much stronger. It's just way too good. Now here are all my supports on here. I don't even have a 6 link. You don't even need a 6 link. It's overkill, in my opinion. And the main thing is the lightning arrow and lightning rods is your main damage source with or the main source for proccing your ball lightnings and getting the shock going. Ball tech mark, of course, increases that even more. Gives a huge bonus to that, so you can proc it on bosses, rare mobs, just so much more faster. And this is pretty much everything. I show all my gear, show my passives, my character stats. All my resistances are capped out. You want to cap your resistance before you get deeper into maps. I mean, tier 1s, tier 2s are okay, but you still want to be capped, in my opinion, or you're gonna get wrecked. And of course, get as much energy shield as you can on your gear. Evasion, energy shield on all your gear. Now this is just my progress here on my map, my passives skill tree, pretty good. A lot of like 50% lightning and penetration, so that's really good, and just a whole lot of damage. Just damage, and evasion. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If I did, send the comments below, and this is pretty much it. Hopefully y'all like this stuff, and happy grinding. Catch you on the next video. Peace out, Come Scouts.